Tron. So Tron is an interesting project. Look, I personally am not a huge fan of the ecosystem or what's on it. However, the use case for it is pretty damn good. It's easy to move money around. It's really fast. It barely costs anything. And its overall usage is pretty damn good. Masari recently put out a report that I'm going to cover that talks through how Tron has been performing. And I think there's still room for this to run quite nicely in the next bull cycle. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying these coins because I expected them to have big profits and make me very good money. And you can see what all these coins were worth when I recorded my videos. You can also see the highs that all these coins hit less than a year and a half on. And if you'd have put in $100, these would have been your profits from each one. And if you'd have done it for all of them, it's 26 coins. Your total profit from 100 into each would have been over 123 grand in under a year and a half, which is pretty good. Now, I did sell all of these. We had the market crash. Since then, I've been buying up new coins. These, again, are the coins that I think are going to make me very good money. And I share them on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. Anytime that I find a coin that I think can, do significant profits, I jump onto the site. I tell my members what the coin is that I'm going to buy, what profits I think it can have, and what percentage of my cash I'm putting in. It means the members can copy along exactly and make the exact same profit as me. There is a nice added bonus there as well. You don't have to do any damn work. There's no reading of white papers for the members. There's no research in the markets. They can just copy along. And if you want to see the successes that the members have had, you can see that by going on to copymycrypto.com. You can also see the things I've said in the past. Everything on the site is public record, so you can verify it all, literally on the old videos on this channel. And if you like what you see, guys, you like the idea of it, try out the service and see how you get on. Now, Tron. Let's be clear, Tron's only went through one bull cycle. Technically, yes, it had about a 3-month window in the 2017-18 cycle. So I look at this, it's hard to consider this a long-term downtrend. Now, in the last bull cycle, when I was doing video, I did a video about Tron, and I was saying, I thought in 2021 its peak would be around 15 cents. It actually did hit 16 cents, so pretty close. And Tron's quite an interesting project because, look, it was it's the brainchild of Justin Sun. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Justin Sun, he is very well known in space. He's also appears on a lot of sort of talking head shows. You'll see him on TV quite regularly, and that's for me. That's often a good thing. When you've got a founder or a leader, and while he has sort of disengaged from Tron in terms of his overall impact on it now, like he's stepped away somewhat, he will still draw new users, draw interest to Tron because he's just present. And I think that is important long term. I think that's how things build momentum in a bull cycle. So Tron is a layer 1. It was originally deployed on Ethereum, but obviously they moved to their own network. The project was created with the aim of providing full ownership rights to makers of digital content. Main goal was to help content creators and encourage them with more rewards for their work. And that's by inviting content consumers to reward content makers directly without the intermediaries in YouTube, Facebook, Apple. Tron also supports smart contracts, and there's been a lot of dApps that have been built upon Tron. It uses a similar transaction model to Bitcoin, and transactions take place in a public ledger, so you can see the history of the transactions. Now, as I said, Tron, Justin Sun, now serves as the CEO. He was educated at Peking University of Pennsylvania. He's recognized by Forbes Asia in its 30 under 30 series of entrepreneurs. He was associated with Ripple in the past as well, serving as chief representative in the Greater China area. Now, they've like I said, they position themselves as a perfect environment for where content creators can interact with their audience directly. They're trying to eliminate these centralized platform situations that we have that just sort of have a monopoly on all content. And they've, like I say, they've sort of grown this reasonably well. I don't personally love the ecosystem, but there's some info that I want to share with regards to the Messari report. So, Messari reported about Tron for Q4. So, according to the report, Tron's market cap increased significantly from 5 billion to 99.4, which is about an 87% increase compared to the previous year. Despite the growth, it's underperformed across the broader market, which grew by 54% in Q4. As a result, TRX's ranking among all cryptos dropped 2 spots to 12th. Q4 revenue in dollars increased 14% from the previous quarter, from 105 million to 119 million, which is a good sign. Last year, Tron generated 424 million in fee revenue, ranking third among all networks in fee generation. The only two that had bigger were Bitcoin and Ethereum. So think about that as a usage. Its usage is enormous. Like literally, it's only Bitcoin and Ethereum that are raking in more fees. The total amount of stakes increased by 4%. So again, people are onboarding and people are using it more. 30% of the stake supply is using Stake 2.0 now. But it's actually become deflationary. So the circulating supply of Tron is affected by 2 parameters. Transaction fees paid in Tron are burnt, which has led to a deflationary pressure on the Tron supply. In addition, the Tron that enters the new circulating supply are as rewards for stakers and block producers. So in Q4 of 2023, they dropped the token dropped by a billion in circulating supply. It went from 89 to 88. So making Tron pretty much one of very, very few deflationary tier 1 networks. Now, the number of daily active addresses didn't like spike or anything. Remained pretty flat, and dropped by a couple of percent. But overall, look, this is heavy usage. Heavy usage. And like I said, I personally am not at all enamored with the overall Tron ecosystem. There's very little of it which I particularly like. They do have BitTorrent chain within their sort of ecosystem. They have the Sun network. There's a number of coins that are present on Tron, from Tron's obvious own token, obviously, BitTorrents, the Just network, the NFTs as well. But like I said, in terms of ecosystem, it's just, for me, pretty underwhelming, right? But, it is a big but here, right? Tron's outstanding for moving money around. Outstanding. Like, if you want to do a quick deposit of, let's say, USDT, wow, that.com may be for sale. Wow, you got to sort your stuff out, that.com. What's going on here? One sec, let's get the token. There we go, the chain. Yeah, anyway. So one thing that I really, really, really rate about Tron is it's just so bloody fast. Like, I can move 20 grand of Tether. It's going to cost me like $1. And it's rapid. And I think that's one of the huge pluses of Tron right now, is just its speed is so damn good. It's so easy to move stuff around everywhere. Every centralized exchange now has integrated Tron as a deposit solution for USDT, USDC, which is hugely positive. In terms of the chain, look, This is unique active wallets. So only about 6,500 or so across a 7-day window, which is all right. But yeah, 28,000. So you're pretty much averaging like 3 transactions per person. The DApp volume is piss poor, 11 mil. And again, across a 30-day window, it's pretty weak, right? And like I said, this comes down to what's on Tron. I personally am just not a big fan at all of what's on Tron. Across the last 30 days, the biggest active sort of DApp for Tron was Degree Crypto Staking. Then it was SunSwap and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, I'm just not. Look, I think the ecosystem's crap. I really do. But I think they've got this right in terms of they are going to fundamentally benefit from every time there is a network congestion. And I think people are aware as well, it's so easy to use Tron. It's so cheap to use Tron. And they're trying to grow. They're doing some right things. They've got Tron DAO, so that's starting to push to the wider growth of the network. And, they're doing hackathons regularly. They've got decent partners. But, yeah, and like I said, total value locked in Tron's DAO is 19 billion. There's 7... Yeah, number of accounts, 207 million, sorry. Yeah, I mean, look, it's really, like, the network's used. It's used a lot. They're going to grow. They're going to add to this. I cannot honestly say, based on the history, that we're going to see anything of real value being added. From my perspective, like, things that I like, because there's none of it I like. But we will see Ethereum congested. We will see Solana congested or stop, switch off, switch on. We will see Avalanche. We will see Cardano. We will see Bitcoin. We will see all networks congested in the next bull cycle. Tron will benefit from this hugely. People will start jumping onto Tron. People will start moving money around with Tron. And Tron's price will increase. And right now, it's really not that far from its previous high in 2021. I just think this is inevitable that it's going to gain. I think you're looking at a new all-time high for Tron. I think that's pretty nailed on at this point. I think its previous all-time high was around 30 cents. We can double check that. I think the target for Tron in the next bull cycle, 30 cents is pretty much bang on. I think the target for Tron in the next bull cycle is around 50 cents. So I put it at a market cap of 44 billion, which is about right, really, given the amount of usage, given the amount of money that is moved around via Tron on a daily basis. Obviously, it's not going to benefit from any sort of exchange bounce, except possibly Coinbase. I don't believe it's on Coinbase. So if we did see Tron land on Coinbase, we could see the Coinbase bounce for Tron, which is worth noting. It doesn't look like it's on Coinbase because Coinbase would be way higher up. So it could benefit from the Coinbase bounce if it lands on Coinbase. Overall, I think 50 cents is a fair target. When something has such a high market cap, it's going to be likely that it's going to go to crazy new highs. But I think 50 cents is achievable. And like I said, I use Tron regularly to move money around because it's so quick and cheap. And I think everyone else will have a similar perspective. Even if the ecosystem's kind of a bit rubbish, I think there's a use point here, and the use case is pretty damn good. So, 50 cents I think is a fair new all-time high target. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think it can do more? If you like Tron's ecosystem, what do you like about it? Give me a specific DApp that you really enjoy, because I've had a little play with a few of them and I'm not a fan. But maybe I'm missing, I've not went through all of them, so I'm probably missing a few that are good. So if they're good, explain why in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to make the exact same profits as me in the next bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is head over to copymycrypto.com and check out the site. That is where I share every coin that I'm in. Anytime I buy a crypto, I will jump onto my site, tell my members what crypto I'm going to buy, what profits it can have, what percentage of my cash I'm going to put in. When I sell a crypto, I also do the same thing. I'll let my members know what crypto I'm selling, what percentage I'm selling. It means the members will not only get in at the exact same prices as me, but they'll also sell at the same. So they're making the exact same profit. And all work is removed. Members don't have to research coins. Members don't have to read white papers. Members don't have to learn about emerging trends. There is no work. We are very close to a bull cycle now. We've got the Bitcoin halving in less than 100 days. That's always been the market catalyst for a bull cycle. A few months after that, things are going to start ramping up. So if you've not got in on the right coins yet, time is of the essence. And if you want to see the coins that I'm in on, that's where you go to copymycrypto.com. And like I said, everything on the site is verifiable. You can confirm it all on the history of this channel. And if you like what you see, guys, try the service out and see if it's something that you enjoy. And that's it for me. Take care.